Rob viewers think Kyle Richards wants Mauricio back after getting dumped. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills viewers are convinced that Kyle Richards regrets her split from Mauricio Umansky and wants her husband back. That's the conversation on social media after the latest season 14 episode, Life's a Beach. The title certainly does not fit Kyle at the moment, as she's now living an admittedly lonely life, and Mauricio has moved out. Meanwhile, Mauricio is having a great time in his new bachelor pad. A conversation between Kyle and Mauricio has Rob fans mocking the OG for supposedly leaving her husband for a romance with Morgan Wade. We don't know what happened between the two women because Kyle has remained tight-lipped, even admitting that she'll no longer publicly mention Morgan's name. However, viewers think Morgan dumped the 55-year-old, and now she's missing her life with Mauricio. Rob viewers think Kyle Richards wants Mauricio Umansky back. Kyle has been struggling with her split from Mauricio, but Rob fans are showing her no sympathy. After their scene played out, many people took to social media to share their views. Kyle kind of had a whole girlfriend last season and now she's upset that like Mauricio seems to be really moving on. Didn't she get tattoos with Morgan? Wrote a commenter. Kyle is mad because she put all her eggs in Morgan's basket, blew up her family and Morgan has clearly dumped her. Mauricio has moved on and is over her, exclaimed someone else. One viewer said, Kyle is back to pining over Mauricio because her and Morgan broke up. When Morgan was around, she did not give a f. She needs to examine her fear of being alone. Those weren't the only comments about the situation after Kyle expressed sadness at the demise of her marriage. An ex-user accused Kyle of victimizing herself, adding, she misses her old life when SHE is the one who left Mauricio to have an exciting lesbian love affair. Me thinks Morgan broke up her, so now she wants Mauricio to take her back. Mauricio has been getting a lot of camera time in season 14. Mauricio moved out a few weeks before season 14 started filming, so we assumed we wouldn't be seeing much of the agency founder. However, that hasn't been the case. Kyle's ex has been prominently featured this season, even filming scenes without his estranged wife. In episode 2, the 54-year-old filmed with Paul, P.K. Kemsley to talk about his separation from Dorit. This is not the first time the duo has discussed their marital issues on camera. A similar scene played out in season 13, where Mauricio's troubled marriage was the topic of conversation. Mauricio was also featured in the latest episode, and that scene is garnering a lot of chatter online. As the glittering hills of Beverly buzzed with anticipation over the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 14, one storyline rose above the rest. Kyle Richards, the show's enduring queen bee, found herself at the center of swirling speculation. Fans believed the former child star turned Bravo powerhouse might be rekindling her romance with estranged husband Mauricio Umansky. The twist? Rumor had it that Mauricio had dumped his rebound girlfriend, and Kyle seemed poised to swoop back in. The perfect storm. Kyle's breakup with Mauricio, after 27 years of marriage, had been a seismic shock to fans. The pair were a Bravo dynasty, a picture-perfect couple, always smiling through lavish vacations, joint business ventures, and endless parties in their sprawling Encino estate. But cracks had been showing for years. Mauricio's emotional distance, Kyle's growing independence, and whispers of infidelity had all led to their eventual split. Fast forward to season 14, and viewers couldn't help but notice that Kyle was dropping breadcrumbs. In confessional interviews, her eyes lingered on old photos of her and Mauricio. During a cast dinner, she raised her glass and toasted to new beginnings that sometimes feel like old ones. Fans dissected every frame, analyzing her body language and dissecting her cryptic Instagram captions. She wants him back, one fan tweeted after a particularly emotional episode. You can see it in her eyes. #RHOBH. But what truly fueled the rumors was Mauricio's apparent breakup with his much younger girlfriend, model-turned-fitness influencer Natalia. Mauricio and Natalia had been spotted everywhere post-split, cuddling courtside at Lakers games, vacationing in Cabo, and even attending a glitzy gala where they posed for the paparazzi. Yet, just as quickly as their romance ignited, it seemed to fizzle out. Sources close to Mauricio claimed he ended things to focus on himself, but Bravo fans weren't buying it. Kyle's subtle moves. Kyle's actions didn't go unnoticed. During a group trip to the French Riviera, she brought up Mauricio in nearly every conversation. Whether she was reminiscing about their honeymoon in Paris or pointing out how much her daughters adored their father, Mauricio's name was on her lips. The cast, particularly Dorit Kemsley and Erika Jayne, picked up on it immediately. "Are you still in love with him?" Erika asked Kyle during a wine tasting. The question hung in the air as Kyle hesitated. "I'll always love him," she finally admitted, her voice tinged with nostalgia. "But it's complicated." Complicated was an understatement. Mauricio had been seen cozying up to Dorit in earlier episodes, sparking rumors of a flirtation, or worse. While both Dorit and Mauricio denied the allegations, the tension between Kyle and Dorit was palpable. Dorit's insistence that Kyle move on only added fuel to the fire. "You don't understand," Kyle snapped during a heated argument. "He was my person for nearly 3 decades. You don't just move on from that." Mauricio's perspective. Meanwhile, Mauricio had been doing his best to stay out of the fray. After his breakup with Natalia, he avoided the cameras and focused on his real estate empire, the agency. But his absence only made fans speculate more. Was he avoiding the show because he didn't want to see Kyle? Or was he staying out of the limelight because he couldn't handle being in the middle of Kyle's messy rebound attempts? "He's always been private about his emotions," Kyle said in a confessional. "But I know him. I know when he's hurting." Mauricio, for his part, gave a rare interview to People magazine, where he admitted that the breakup had been challenging. When asked about Kyle, he smiled wistfully. "She'll always be family to me," he said. "We've been through too much together to ever really let each other go." The fan theories. Fans went into overdrive, crafting theories about Kyle's intentions. "She's using the show to get him back," one Reddit user suggested. All this talk about their memories. It's classic Kyle, strategic and emotional. Others believed Kyle's newfound interest in fitness and wellness was a way to catch Mauricio's eye. "She's glowing this season," another fan commented on Instagram. "I think she's trying to show him what he's missing." Even cast members weighed in. Sutton Strake, known for her candid observations, speculated that Kyle might be having second thoughts about the divorce. "I think Kyle thought she wanted freedom," Sutton said during a spa day with Garcelle Beauvais. "But now that she has it, she